Hello everybody and welcome to Q&A Part 2, Bad Rich Kid Kills Poor Lady's Son. Are you ready? I am Caroline Garcia and this is my story. This is the first conversation. Watch it carefully and then answer the questions.
How can you be so confident?
Because I found the receipts. This is the motion that I'll be filing today. That goes over all the evidence that we discussed, plus more that I uncovered, including traffic camera footage that shows Eric speeding 3 blocks before the accident with your son.
Wait, the DA said there was no traffic footage found.
He lied, but don't worry. Once the judge sees this evidence, she'll have to remove the DA from the case.
And then what? We just start over?
And then we introduce his previously unknown record into evidence, assuming the judge hasn't been bought off too. She'll likely move to dismiss the jury and make a bench ruling in our favor.
And if she has been bought off?
Then we'll lose. And Eric will get away with killing your son. But I think this will work. And to be honest, it's the only shot you have to get justice for your son.
Okay. Why are you helping us?
I have my reasons.
Why is Michael Vaughn confident that he can prove Eric is guilty? Because he found the receipts for the illegal transactions. What does Michael plan to file today? He plans to file a motion with all the evidence he found. What additional evidence did Michael uncover? He found traffic footage showing that Eric was speeding before the crash. Why will the district attorney be removed from the case? Because the evidence proves he was dishonest. What will happen after the DA is disqualified? Michael will introduce Eric's previously unknown record into evidence. What will the judge do if she is fair? She will likely move to dismiss the jury and rule in our favor. What if the judge has been bought off? Then we will lose the case and Eric will get away with the crime. Why is the evidence so important? Because it's the only shot I have to get justice for my son.
Who's the Nosub? Is he here to make sure you don't pass out again?
Mom, he's not worth it.
Okay. What
Mrs. Garcia, I received a motion this morning requesting the removal of the district attorney from this case.
Excuse me? On what grounds?
On the grounds that your re-election campaign took money from the defendant's family.
What? That's outrageous. I'm not gonna sit here and take this. This is slander. I'm gonna sue you for everything you have.
There is evidence in the form of bank statements which indicate large cash deposits and matching large cash withdrawals from the defendant's parents' accounts.
But according to Penal Code 1424, it's within Mrs. Garcia's rights to request a new prosecutor for this case. And it's within your rights to approve me to be that prosecutor.
This is just a stalling tactic, Your Honor. There's no way to verify that evidence without delaying the trial for days, if not weeks. Your Honor, I move that we call for a mistrial.
Sit down. Sit down.
Why does Eric use a mocking, sarcastic tone toward us? Because he belittles us and underestimates our capabilities. What did the judge receive this morning? She received a motion to remove the district attorney from the case. On what grounds does Michael accuse the DA? He asserts the DA's re-election campaign took money from Eric's family. How does the DA react to the accusation? He calls it outrageous and threatens to sue Michael for slander. Why might the bank statements be suspicious? Because they indicate unusual cash deposits and matching withdrawals. What is within my rights according to Penal Code 1424? It is within my rights to request a new prosecutor for the case. Why does Eric's attorney object to the motion to remove the DA? Because he believes it is merely a stalling tactic to delay the trial. What reason does the defendant's lawyer give for requesting a mistrial? He claims that verifying the evidence would take too much time.
Mrs. Garcia, I am inclined to accept this motion appointing Mr. Van as special prosecutor in your case. Is that acceptable to you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And Mr. Van, this case has been delayed for such a long time that we will not be retrying this case. Do you understand?
Understood, Judge. We don't need to retry the entire case. We just need to submit some new evidence that's come to light.
Objection, Your Honor. It is totally inappropriate to bring in new evidence this late in the process.
This evidence was kept from both the court and the family's victim under what I believe to be fraudulent circumstances. Thus, it falls squarely within the good cause exception for late discovery, Judge.
All right.
Where's the jury?
What motion is the judge inclined to accept? The motion to appoint Mr. Vaughn as a special prosecutor in my case. Why does the judge decide not to retry the entire case? Because it has already been delayed for too long. What does Michael propose instead of retrying the case? He proposes submitting new evidence that has come to light. Why does Eric's attorney argue the new evidence is inappropriate? Because it was introduced too late and could unfairly affect the trial outcome. What does Michael assert about the new evidence? He asserts it was fraudulently concealed from the court. Why does Michael believe the new evidence should be allowed? Because it qualifies as a good cause exception for late discovery.
The jury.
Order! In light of the new evidence the court received this morning and the charges of impropriety on the part of the district attorney and the defendant's family, I remove the jury from this case.
What? What? You
Sit
can't do
down.
that!
Right now. It's come to the court's attention that this is not Mr. Nichols' first time being involved in an accident which claimed the life of another. Great effort, and I imagine great fortune, was spent by Mr. Nichols' parents to keep his record a secret from the court. Quiet! They likely suspected that the court became aware of Mr. Nichols' previous record of driving under the influence, vehicular manslaughter, street racing, that I would seek the maximum sentence in the death of Mr. Garcia.
No. You were supposed to take care of that.
And they were right. Considering all the facts, I find the defendant guilty.
No.
And due to the defendant's lengthy record and attempts to keep this secret from the court, I am recommending the maximum sentence of 25 years.
25 years? That's ridiculous.
No, sir, it is not ridiculous. And I suggest to you that you save your money for your attorney's fees because you are going to need them. Bailiff, please take Mr. Nichols into custody. Court's adjourned.
This is nuts. What? You can't do this to me, Your Honor. You know who I am?
I know exactly who you are. You're the man who killed my son. And you were gonna pay for it. No matter how.
Why did the judge remove the jury from the case? due to new evidence and impropriety charges against the DA and Eric's family. What past incident did the judge reveal about the defendant? That he was involved in another accident that resulted in someone's death. How was Eric able to avoid consequences for his past illegal actions? His parents spent great effort and fortune to conceal his past from the court. What crimes in Eric's previous record were exposed in court? Driving under the influence, vehicular manslaughter, and street racing. What conclusion did the judge reach after considering all the facts? The defendant was declared guilty. Why did the judge recommend the maximum sentence for Eric? Because of his lengthy record and attempts to hide it from the court. How did Eric's father react to the 25-year sentence? He was shocked and called it ridiculous. Why should the defendant's parents save money for attorney fees? Because they might face legal consequences due to their own misconduct. What did the judge order the bailiff to do? She ordered him to take Eric into custody and adjourn the court. Was Eric Nichols untouchable? No, his crimes were exposed and he was convicted.
I cannot thank you enough for giving my son the justice he deserves. This means the world to me and my family. And my son.
Look, I need to know. Why did you really help us?
Because I wasn't going to let this happen to another family. You see, 5 years ago, my life changed forever. They told me my daughter Becca was in a fatal car accident caused by some kids street racing. Despite the overwhelming evidence against him, I watched, helpless, as the man who killed my daughter was found not guilty. I knew Eric's parents had bought the judge somehow, but I had no way to prove it. I went to every lawyer I could find in the city of Oakland, but no one would believe me that the parents had bought the verdict. So, I did the only thing I could think of. I went back to school and got my law degree. It wasn't easy at my age, but I wasn't going to let my daughter down. So you see, I want to make sure there was a lawyer out there who would fight for people like my daughter when no one else would. When I heard what happened to your son and who was involved, I knew I could help us both.
I am so sorry for your loss. And I am so grateful that you were able to help us.
Thank you.
My daughter got a second chance at justice. All because you trusted me to deliver it for your son. So it's me who should be thanked.
Why am I grateful to Michael? Because he gave my son the justice he deserved. What was Michael's motivation for helping us? He wanted to prevent the same tragedy from happening to another family. Why did Michael's life change forever 5 years ago? Because he lost his daughter in a street racing accident. What did Michael witness helplessly in Becca's case? That Eric was not convicted despite the overwhelming evidence against him. What did Michael suspect about Eric's parents? He suspected that they had bribed the judge, but he couldn't prove it. What was Michael's struggle when seeking justice? No lawyer believed that Eric's parents had bought the verdict. What did Michael do when no lawyers in Oakland believed him? He went back to school and was determined to get his law degree. Why did Michael keep going despite the difficulty? Because he wasn't going to let his daughter down. Why did Michael decide to become a lawyer? He wanted to fight for people like his daughter when no one else would.